Again, guys, we're actually at the finals of today's event of Dominate Dominion number 48, L3 IRD here with the one, the only Nyx. Really quickly, the chat bands come out: Lulu, Nidalee, Jayce, and Teemo. And who are two teams? Well, better yet, who are they not? It is going to be Field of Vibe versus the one, the only P's Evelynn+Chaz support. Not surprising to see the teams. We're not surprising to see the band. Let me just go fix this up really quickly. But again, Nyx, I mean, how have these two teams kind of gotten to the finals? And I mean, has won these, has P's Evelynn+Chaz support, do their daily duty and actually winning out onto everything, or will Feel the Vibe actually win this one out? What do you think?
Both teams have proven their skill throughout the matches. You saw Field of Vibe come back against Cheese Enema from like a 300-point deficit, as well as PEX decisively win several of their matches, dismantling teams as soon as they got an advantage there. So I think this will be a very close matchup. Currently, if I were to put my money onto anybody, I would probably put it onto Field of Vibe currently.
I think they I think they won it last week. I don't remember. My mind goes really blank when compositions happen. But yeah, Pays Evelynn+Chaz support again gonna be coming out in this one. I think as a favorite, moreover. But then again, if Blueberry, is that same symbol on you for Blueberry? Is he actually not connected, you think?
Yeah, I think they might have an issue here.
We're going to probably see a restart to this matchup. Wukong, Evelynn, and the one, the only Elise are being picked up. I'm actually going to try to keep this down. Wu, Zen, Steve, and Elise. Yeah, we're going to see the backup of the teams yet again, unfortunately. And we're going to go right back. The internet's yet again strikes onto this matchup. But yeah, we're going to be starting off yet again for the finals of Dominate Dominion number 48. In a little bit of a second, sorry about that. Really quickly, again, finals coming in. Dominate Dominion number 49 will be starting up again next week. Do check that out. Unfortunately, I won't actually be here for next week. I'm going to be actually at PAX East, so yeah, I hope you guys are going to have a fun one without me. Also, Dominate TT, do check that out. Number 2 will be starting up as well. But yeah, I'm going to be going out there, doing some things, helping out the community, giving back some stuff. So if you want to check out what I'm doing for PAX East, definitely check out the Facebook webs, facebook.com/L3IRD Gaming. There's a blog spot that I have that lists like what I'm actually doing over there, what I'm actually going to be giving back for the community, and all that other goodness. So sorry I can't be there next week for you guys for 49/number 2 of Dominate TT, but it's going to be a fun one nonetheless. We'll be seeing some great action, but do register for that number 49 on DominateDominion.com. Well, I still have my champ music to listen to. He might need to relog.
I also have it going.
I remember one time I had somebody gift me a present during the whole like ARAM game that I was doing and such, and the sound of the fireworks, they sounded like a Kog'Maw firework, like shot or whatever, kept on going and going, and it stayed through the client all throughout. So hopefully Half-Hearted's gonna be okay. He's gonna be hearing the client music no matter what. But we're going right back to bands and picks.
Yeah, and they can easily just go quickly through this.
Zyra, Urgot, Kayle, Amumu, Kassadin, and Kha'Zix being bound out. Again, chat bands, if you guys don't know, it is Lulu, Nidalee, Jayce, and Teemo.
So the in-feed picking up the early Wukong, Sauron Half-Hearted picking up both
IV+Elise.
Yeah, IV+Elise. So it's a lot of assassination potential there. It's going to give bottom lane a lot of trouble. Buderice picking up the Jarvan. We're going to see what Panzers picks up here.
It was originally Zen, but that was at the same time Boober was disconnected, so I don't know if they're gonna change it up. I don't know about that little thing, but
I believe before they dropped out of the match, he had Jarvan.
oh, okay. So it was J4 probably. So we'll see what they want to actually pick out from there. But yeah, Eve, Elise, Wukong were the first sure things. J4 and now Panzer's picking up. The brand is probably gonna go over to I think Painkiller plays brand. I don't remember. No, Booberry. No, yeah, Booberry.
Probably Booberry.
Yeah.
Booberry plays a lot of the either the tanks or the casters
Mm.
for Field of Eye, or not Field of Eye. Pays Evelyn's child support. We see Dynav picking up Garen and Armor picking up Jax. Most likely see Jax be traded to Sauron there. Sauron very well known for his Jax play, and Dynav very well, not really well known for his Garen. Not the best Garen if you ask me, but he still likes
Uh,
playing him.
I was gonna say the first time we saw Garen, I think was at 46 or 45 for DominateDominion, at least for me. Yeah, die now with that Garen, kind of good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess he's not the best supposedly, but I think he's kind of good at it. I think the only person really in DominateDominion that I really see pretty proficient with that Garen. Ooh, Blitzcrank. Is there gonna actually be something like that? Active game not found? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I just
Um,
got that as well.
Draven. Yeah, I mean, there's just going through the lineup of champions galore. Looking around, Jax at least gonna be picked up as well as Evelynn. Was that? Yeah, that was not banned out. Oh, Evelynn gonna be picked up for the team of Field of Vibe. Probably gonna go on to, I would say, yeah, half-hearted. Is he gonna be? Yeah, he's gonna be the one playing it probably. And when
Probably playing Evelyn, yes.
yeah, I haven't seen half-hearted actually play this Evelynn before. Um, I remember it was last week. I think it was Confederates who played the Evelynn and didn't really have the greatest of times. Or am I wrong, guys in chat? I forget, but it's one of the two from the teams of Paige, Evelynn, Child Support that kind of let down the name a little bit.
You see the Nasus pick up by Blueberry, probably to go bot lane to counteract the Jax. Nasus can actually outscale Jax there a bit. Active game not found.
Hmm.
Nano Airman not sure what to pick up, either Swain or Talon. I think Swain would probably be the better pickup here, although that might make them a little AP heavy. Talon would give them a little bit too much assassination against a lot of the bruisers of Wukong and Jarvan there.
Yeah, definitely. Swain gonna be used up. It's looking like it's gonna be locked in. I was gonna say the Nasus pick, sorry. Being locked in. That Wither on top of the ultimate Fury Sands time. This gets a little bit of a range increase at the end of everything. So before Wither used to be, I think was 600 range. Wasn't the best of skills to try to help out initiations to try to capture onto something. Once it's at the 850 status, because you get that with your ultimate, the extra range extend. It's actually pretty vital to try to get onto the backline. But then again, the backline will be no one, because there's no real backline for the team of Field of Vibe. They all want to chase you and they all want to kill you.
Yep, they're all about jumping in and assassinating targets fairly quickly with uh, Garen, Jax, Elise, and Evelynn. So we'll see how that works out. They do pays a little bit of but it does have a lot of disengage between Annie and Brand there, and picking up 3 melees and a half melee. You have like Elise, who's both melee and range there. Against Wukong might not work out for them, particularly when Wukong has his ultimate up. They might turn out very poorly in terms of team fights. And we see Sauron getting traded the Syndra, which is a good pick against Nasus there, able to kite out Nasus, particularly in the late game once she gets full cooldown reduction. And her late game scaling is pretty incredibly powerful, especially if she gets all of her orbs out and is able to unleash a fully orbed ultimate there.
Yeah, Unleashed Power is a really dangerous skill, especially at rank 1, that level six mark. Syndra probably one of the best APs in the sense of pure damage output. Just with that one ability alone, does so much immense damage. Tie that on with your Force Will and such like that, it'll work out really well for Sauron, and especially at that bottom lane. We saw Sauron pretty much play all Syndra all last week. Although I think he played Urgot in between, and the same thing over here. You did play Urgot in between this one, but not as many Syndra games, so don't have to spam that Syndra button so many more times for Sauron. But he has been proven as a player to play that down over at that bot lane. Looking at more of the names over here, I mean, yeah, it's just this bottom lane matchup that's been really interesting with Nasus and also with the Syndra. Other than that, you're talking about the knockups and the pulverizes down with both J4 and Wukong. I mean, we always have to talk about the damage output that Elise can bring in, but Repel could prove to be a difference maker. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Wukong and J4 are going to be ready for that.
Yeah, it'll narrow in. If he times the Repel correctly, he can get out of the Wukong ultimate and the Jarvan ultimate, allowing him to get to the back line. Although Pays Evelyn's Transport has a lot of AoE potential, and trapping people in the Jarvan ultimate allows both Brand and Annie to unleash a torrent of fire and basically demolish anybody who's caught in that. So we'll see if that works out for them. Field of Vibe is a lot of single target. They really want to catch out somebody. I will say that they also have a lot of potential in terms of ganking bot lane. Nasus, not best known for his escapes. Evelynn can cleanse the Wither with her Shadow Strike, or what is it, Shadow Walk?
Dark Frenzy, the
Dark
W
Frenzy.
move.
Yes, the movement speed increase. Garen can also do that. Jax can stun, as well as Elise. So we might see a lot of ganks bot lane. So we'll see how infeed does on Nasus there. And so if top fighting doesn't work out, we might see a shift into trying to spread out Pays levels and child support to engage them all separately.
Yep, definitely. For number 48, the finals matchup, yet again, Pays Evelynn child support going to be on the blue side this time. Feel the vibe on that red/purple side. I'm guessing this is what's going to happen. I didn't want to actually do this, but I was thinking in my head, I think this is the only way I was going to present it. Pays Evelynn child support, they're going to do, well, they're going to go in the top lane. They're kind of not give it up, but they're going to kind of manipulate something of a death timer and do some things that are in top lane. Or they're going to go do a pretty interesting strat, go 5 bottom. I hope they're not listening right now, because I'm pretty sure they're like close to actually starting up the game right now. But if they do the like 5-man push bot, they can do a really interesting thing and still manipulate the timers. I mean, that's the biggest thing I see from Pays Evelynn child support each and every time I do kind of watch them. They do have that early game a little bit of lapse, but they make up for it in the mid game and late game by using that kind of tactic. And I really like what they do actually as a team. Really think about some next level strats.
Yeah, definitely. PEX and Field of Vibe both have that in terms of team composition and player skill to try and push the envelope in terms of different Dominion strategies.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said strategeries. I don't know why.
Again, starting up Dominion number 48 finals, IV+Nasus. We do have Buddha Rice on the J4. Panzer's going to be played by Wukong. Painkiller on the Annie. Blueberry at the end, you're going to be played by that Brand. L3RD, the bird getting towards one half a cast. And now we have Nyx. What do we have on the red/purple side?
On Field of Vibe, which is the red/purple, I'm in colorblind mode to be purple.
Yeah. Oh, it's just because they title it purple for some reason, but yeah.
Well, we have Sauron on Syndra, Half-Hearted on Evelynn, Dynav sporting his Garen armor on Jax, and Nidalee Man on Elise there.
And we're going to be starting up, looking like everyone's just forming up right now. Dynav wants to go bottom, but I'm pretty sure Sauron's going to go bot. Looking at the bottom lane in feed, probably going to go bottom as well. J4 hasn't bought yet. Nothing really exciting in the item belts. Other than maybe the Ruby Crystal that's going to be built up to a Blackfire Torch for Evelynn, but yeah, nothing too exciting for everyone. They're just waiting and rearing to go for this final matchup.
Yeah, a very standard pickup. You can see that Elise has the Regenerative Biscuit, which means she went deep into the utility tree. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out for her. But yeah, general, Prospector, Ring, and Blade plus Pots and Boots. Very standard pickups all around.
Half-Hearted going to be the one going to capture her over at the midpoint, and Wukong going to be the other one with Buddha Rest. So they're going to 2-cap this one. Going up in the top lane, it's going to be a 2v3. They're going to try to catch up on the side, but Dynov going in. Does not get any strikes onto the team, but he carries armor. And now armor's in a lot of trouble, exhausted down, but is going to get away with this and didn't burn out a summer spell, but is he still getting caught out? Yes, he will, and armor going to be taken down right quickly. Dynov going to be in judgment, going all around, spinning to winning, but Buddha Rest going to be taking a lot of damage before Dynov goes down as well. Half-Hearted now, a lot of it, trouble burning through the passive of Blueberry, and Blueberry going to be taking out a lot of damage to the Half-Hearted. Misses off on the Seer, but was not enough. Painkiller comes in with the auto, and Nidalee Man says hello and goodbye with Painkiller finish up from the kill.
Pex deciding that victory there very quickly, taking out the windmill. It looks like Feel the Vibe is going to go for a really quick gank down to Nasus. You see Jax, Garen, and Evelynn making their way. Garen headed right for the point. Decides to go straight for that Nasus there, spinning the Wither, able to slow him down just enough so that Nasus can get away. And it looks like they're going to try and take this, with Buddha Rise trying to hold this off as best as possible. Nidalee Man trying to hold off the 2v1 up top. They're going to dive down onto the bottom lane point. Buddha Rise going dangerously low. Unfortunately, there's not enough damage. Garen doesn't have his execute yet. Armor trying to take out Infeed as best as he can, but the Wither proving more than enough to stop Jax's damage output. Looks like Feel Vibe is going to have to back away from this. Even at 3v4, they neutralize the point though. Armor almost going down, escaping with 50 hit points. Half-Heart is still wanting to make something happen here. Sauron getting taken down by Panzers, even with the exhaust. And it looks like the Pex will keep their point there. Nidalee taking out first Annie, and now gonna take out Blueberry. Double kill all on his own. Very nice job by Nidalee there.
Yeah, very great 2v1 over in top lane, but still doesn't fruit the finish. Nasus and everybody else on the team cleaning up all the aggression that was over in bottom lane, which counts on to a 489 to 450 lead for the team that pays Evelynn child support. Taking the early advantage in this one. I think they're trying to prove me wrong right there as a caster, saying, no, we're going to do our own thing, and we're going to try to win out early onto this one. Right now, we do see Feel the Vibe just backing away. Going to try to go on to Painkiller. Painkiller in a little bit of trouble. Does have level 6, has the Tibbers, knocks down onto Armor. Armor taking a lot of damage and just gets brutally destroyed by the damage output of J4.
Yeah, you can see a lot of the ultimates coming down there. The Cataclysm, the Cyclone, and Tibbers being used to take out Armor there. And it looks like Evelynn is heading for a gank spot, as well as Wukong and Annie. Using the decoy to get close, Wukong gets pushed back. Half-Hearted trying to get away. The Wither is enough, plus the exhaust and the Syndra ultimate not enough to take out Panzers there. Panzer's going to get picked up by the minions, and Half-Hearted Infeed out there all alone. Dynov getting stunned and able to back away from this. The Wither coming out from Infeed. Wow, Half-Heart taking a lot of damage there from Painkiller. Feel Vibe has to back away from this, trying to make something happen top. Unfortunately, Blueberry is able to kite Armor.
And Nidalee Man is trying to get out there. Armor's going to try to get out there as well. Red bottom lane, Half-Hearted trying to get onto Infeed. Infeed has pushing down on the lane, just going to back away from this. And I think everyone's just going to back away from Feel the Vibe, but they are down 3-1 cap, possibly 2-3-2. But Zyra now caught out in a little bit of trouble over on top. Have to mutate over from bottom to top because we do see Evelynn over in there. And then Nidalee Man trying to get away. Cocoon going down, decoy going to be not enough. And Panzers are going to be spelling out another day for this battle over at Syndra.
Yeah, this does not look good for Feel the Vibe. They can't seem to grab a foothold. Pex is just containing them on their side of the map. And they can't push forward. Annie with that stun ready, waiting for someone to engage. Man missing the cocoon. It looks like Sauron is heading top, and they're going to probably swap out somebody against Nasus.
I'm thinking it's going to be Garen. Garen and Dynov is going to be a very strong counter against Nasus, but Nasus, again, just going to keep on pushing the wave with her, and then with the AoE clear of Spiritfire, should be enough just to keep on pushing down, but now Half-Hearted going to come in for this gank. Can Half-Hearted finish with the kill on the infeed? Dynov going in there. Can he get the Demoscene, the decisive strike? Yes, he will get in there with the Demoscene cry of Demoscene Justice, but meantime, top lane we do see a kill onto Syndra, so I'm going to be taking down that Netherrayer man, going to be chased out. We're going to see Blueberry do the zoning, and Panzers or Blueberry going to try to get the kill, but the repel is not going to be enough, and no, it will not be, and that is the kill onto Panzers.
Unfortunately, while Infeed was killed by both Half-Hearted and Dynov there, the revive plus the help from Buddha Rice was able to pick up both of them in the retreat there, causing Feel the Vibe to fall back to help their bottom point. It looks like Feel the Vibe is trying to take the stun out from Sauron. Sauron going to catch up Buddha Rice armor, picking off, or Sauron picking off Buddha Rice there. Infeed getting caught out as well. All these slows coming out. The ultimate from Infeed, the exhaust. Infeed going to go down here. It looks like there's a response from Buddha Rice and Blueberry trying to catch this out. 4 people from Feel the Vibe down below. Half-Hearted going to take it out by Blueberry with the Pillar of Flame. Fortunately, Blueberry going to take it out by Dynov and Armor and Sauron. Narrow Man trying to hold off the 2 Painkiller and Panzer's mid, while Buddha Rice holds off the 3 from Feel the Vibe. Not going to be able to do much. The combo coming out, escaping just barely. Jax not enough mana. Narrow Man going down to Annie at mid, allowing Tex to take that. Feel Vibe trying to take the bottom point. They at least take it, so it's not for nothing there. Infeed trying to stall out as long as he can and farm his Q there. You'll see the large amount of lifesteal from the Spirit Visage and his passive helping him out.
Panzer is going to re-engage over at the speed trying to end mid. Now going to be in a little bit of trouble. Panzer's still a little bit healthy. Now just going to get engaged upon. Cycle going to be this offline. Now with that decisive strike, going to get out of there and probably going to try to get out of the whole way, but Panzer's still going to chase on. Now going to get in there. Going to use Judgment to spin the win, but it was not enough to stun it down. Great job by Panzer to finish the kill, but Panzer's in trade off over there. Sauron now in a little bit of trouble. Cataclysm down, and we do see the kill off onto the Wukong, and we do see the kill off onto the Sauron as well. Armor comes in, tries to stop one, and Wither coming down, and attack speed going to deny a little bit more damage from Armor. Armor going to use the Garrison to try to protect this point as much as he can. It will not be enough because it is going to be Buddha Rice finishing up the kill over by the Boneyard.
Ooh, Half-Hearted and Painkiller trading off with each other. Nidalee getting caught by 3 members of Tex. Dynov trying to respond to this and just deciding to back off. Sauron getting the stun onto Infeed. Infeed withering Sauron there. Sauron not have enough damage. Oh, just enough with 5 orbs from the ultimate there. Just barely picking off Infeed. They're going to see if they can try and do something bottom lane here, but Jarvan and Brand are going to deny this. Feel the Vibe still on their heels, not able to get a foothold here. They do have a lot of assassins, so maybe if they can get somewhere into the late game, we're only 10 minutes into this game, so if they can hold out for another 5-10 minutes, Evelynn+Elise become extremely scary as well as Jax. Panzer's getting caught out there, taken out by Nidalee and Evelynn with some of Jax's help. Painkiller gonna drop Tibbers onto Nidalee, 100%ing her with the help of Blueberry there. Half-Hearted trying to get revenge there. Armor picking off Blueberry. Painkiller gonna take. Looks like it's gonna be a close duel between Half-Hearted and Evelynn there, or and Annie.
Armor coming right back in. Leap strikes in, does not get the decisive strike to finish up. And Armor could be taken down over here, but Painkiller does not have a cooldown. Does actually have Tibbers, still walking, but it's not even gonna be a matter because, well, Painkiller says, I'm gonna incinerate and be able to get that kill, but Painkiller could be seen. Half-Hearted goes in, misses off the hate spike. It's not gonna be able to finish with a kill. Meanwhile, bot Dynov should be able to pick up the spot for the quarry, and it should be okay for the team now. 4 cap to 1. Payzone and Child Support just lost control of their points really quickly.
I think that was a good swap by Feel the Vibe, realizing that Nasus had stacked a bunch of magic resist very early, swapping out the Garen, who wasn't really helpful top because they already had a Jax, so it was somewhat redundant. Looks like Pex really wants this point back, going to take out 2 members of Feel the Vibe, but Nidalee dodging the Brand Cataclysm, or the Brand Ultimate Pyroplasm, and then getting Cataclysmed by Jarvan there. Meanwhile, at mid, Panzer's trying to use his ultimate to stop Armor and Sauron from taking their mid. Armor gonna take out... Ooh, Panzer's getting that there with a half-heart, unfortunately cleaning him up, though. This looks like Feel the Vibe is going to keep that neutralized. Pex and Pex trying to take it back, but Sauron is using his range there, half-hearted, going for the assassination attempt on Blueberry, and successfully does it with Blueberry trying to assess. The minions captured the refinery there, unfortunately for Pex there.
And Feel the Vibe, we're going to be almost to a flash cap. It's actually for sure 4 cap with a neutralization. And we see the shutdowns coming out. Great job by Evelynn and J4 providing themselves with a little bit of time of death. But now Enfeed going to come back into it. Going to be taking out a lot of damage. Is there going to be enough? Netherite Man can't even finish up. One more auto would have finished that one down. Weather is quite mightily OP. Now we see Die Now and a little bit of trouble. Painkiller going to be able to reassess and capture back that point. Panzer's going to be denied by the strike down by Mr. Armor. Counter-Strike going to be able to just deny the actual advancement of that Wukong. Back away, we're going to see the refinery going to be neutralized and be retaken for the team of Pays Devil and Child Support. Now it's 286 to 162. Some momentary lapse from Pays Devil and Child Support really caused this little bit of problem. Although, with a little bit of problem comes a little bit of success with Enfeed picking up a kill over in top lane, and J4 picking up a kill onto Jax.
Yeah, there's a lot of burst damage out from Jarvan there on top of Jax there. But Feel the Vibe still has control of 3 points. Pex just regaining their footing here. I believe some of the respawn mechanics there helped out Feel the Vibe and them swapping around some of their picks. It looks like Annie is now bot lane with Enfeed's Nasus going top. Trying to catch out Panzers here at the Storm Shrine. Gank going on bottom. Sauron getting exhausted. Tibbers on top. The execute coming out from Dynav, picking off Annie there. 3 members of Pex going to respond to this. See if maybe Dynav is going to get caught here. Sauron saying, "I'm out. You can die on your own."
Yeah, Dynav is not in a really big amount of trouble. Pillar's going to miss offline. But we do see Nasus coming right back in, and half-hearted getting chased down. Budarest was not going to be able to finish that one up. Leap Strike coming out from Armor was not going to be enough to save out, but his Painkiller off on the side. You're going to pick up from the Incinerate, and Armor going to go right on the Budarest. Can he finish the kill? No, he will not, and it will be a kill from Brand.
Yeah, it looks like Pex is finally catching their footing, picking off several members of Feel the Vibe, being on a pressure top here. Painkiller getting cut off by Half-Heart. Half-Heart getting chunked down. Wow, those stuns. Blueberry trying to finish off, and he does. Man getting caught out in a 3v1 here. The Repel dodges the stun and picks off Annie. Unfortunately, Panzers on Wukong is too much damage there. Meanwhile, bottom, Sauron and Dynav trying to take the quest here with Budarest jumping onto Sauron. Sauron getting taken down fairly quickly by Budarest. Dynav does not have his ultimate up and is picked off by Enfeed there. Double kill for Enfeed. Very nice job there by Pex.
I'm looking at it. It's okay, bro?
Blueberry stunning Armor there to keep him away as he tries to defend Windmill. So very nice job by Pex all around.
Yeah, they finally, as you said, regained their footing, and they're going to be able to take over the Windmill. I was looking at the Siphoning Strike of Enfeed, now at about 400 per each shot for 410. So that's really interesting to see what this going to go amount to. We do see Panzers getting picked off on the side in the jungle. That Iron Man going to be damaged down, but can there be enough damage coming out? Tibbers even block a little bit of damage, unfortunately not going to be enough for J4 to get out of there. And now the Windmill is going to be another point of contestation where we're going to see where Armor and everybody else is going to go.
Yeah, Wukong there with the Cyclone picks off 2 people and Half-Hearted. Wow. Very nice job by Panzers catching free fuel in that ultimate there. Sauron running as fast as he can, getting the stun off on Wukong. Fortunately, Blueberry and Painkiller want to complete this, seeing that she's under tower, backing off. That was a very nice job by Wukong getting back into that fray, picking off 3 people with the pop-up. Again, we have Infeed and Dynov back down to the bottom lane.
Yep, Infeed and Dynov are going to be the 2 that are going to be talking to each other at bot. Not a surprise to send the Garen over in bot lane because now, yeah, Infeed's already in the status where, okay, I can smack you down for 200, 300 health. Having the decisive strike up can at least mitigate some of that damage follow-up with Wither and 2 or 3 more 70 strikes. Half-Hearted coming in for a gank onto Infeed. They're going to actually see this happen. We're going to see Half-Hearted go right on it. Infeed is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Takes up the Fury of the Sands. And we're going to see if he's going to go right onto Dynov, who is in a little bit of trouble. Wither going down, but not enough. Panzer comes in. Gonna use the Nimbus Strike, but not gonna actually come in and connect onto Dynov. Here comes Sauron from the side, gonna come from Field of Vive. And if they can actually push down on his bottom lane, they could possibly take the objective. Infeed gonna go back, get some health right back, and come right back into this fight. Blueberry in a little bit of trouble, decisive strike going down, but the Pyroclasm was enough to pick up that kill. I think it's a trade-off because Sauron's gonna take a 1-for-1, and we do see Jax getting taken out from Panzers. Panzer's now in a little bit of trouble, but picks up the kill through the Nimbus Strike. Great job by the team of FaZe Evelynn+Elise, which is now taking over the point over the drill.
Meanwhile, while all that's happening bot lane, looks like Nidalee gets picked off by Painkiller and Buddha Rice, but Dynov picks off Annie with the Demacian Justice there. Dynov gonna get picked off by, or gonna get caught by Blueberry there, gonna use the Speed Shrine to try and dodge out some of those damage spells there. Infeed getting caught by Sauron and Half-Hearted. The Ignite goes out. The Slam from the Orb picks off Infeed, allowing a 3-man push to bot lane. Infeed using his revive. The stun goes on to Buddha Rice. The ultimate from Infeed gonna try and crush Sauron there, and he does. The Wither is so strong, almost impossible to run away from. Time is not on Field of Vibe's side here. They need to make a move and make it quickly.
They are going down bit by bit, 28 points left onto Field of Vibe, and they're going down so fast that it's not gonna have a hour left onto this one. Infeed going in there, gonna try to just delay as much as he can. He's gonna exhaust die now, and Infeed just going in and try to get as much damage output. Probably could have fought that a little bit earlier, but instead it's gonna go fall down just to drag away the team, while Die Now is going to try to take away this point plus take the objective, but that is going to trade off with the drill. It seems like Panzer should be able to at least neutralize the point, but he's going to go back, try to help out to assist over at bottom lane. Tibber is going to go down and take up one. It's going to be in the second one. It will be Half-Hearted getting picked up by the one, the only Painkiller.
So it'll look like a win for Hex. With capturing the drill there, and Dynov valiantly trying to protect the quarry, and is running away from both Panzers and Infeed there, and that is game 184-0. So that 184 point difference there was that time where Field of Vive was having a lot of trouble just getting into it. Just getting into the game and getting a foothold there.
I must say that is true. I mean, Field of Vibe at the start I was astounded, and I think a lot of other people were too, where FaZe Evelynn+Elise said, okay, let's actually fight this one out, and they fought out really hard and actually killed down onto the team. So great job by FaZe Evelynn+Elise, winning out the first game of the best of 3 matchup. Looking at the death timers just right quickly, I don't think it was manipulation death timers really that was the big key, but it might have helped out in the end of everything. So, we're going to get into game number 2 just in a moment, but we're going to actually have to play an ad because it has been 56 minutes, so we'll be right back, 1 minute 30 ad coming up to you guys. Again, this is DominateDominion number 48, the finals game number 2, in just a little bit.